Hello, Project Fam. We are back again. So now that the door is on, oh, by the way, if you missed the last video where I put the weather stripping on the door, you could check it out right here. But we're past all that now. I'm actually fixing a mistake I did. So when I was trying to hang the door card on the door fell. The terminal was broken, so I had to replace it. And here I am now. I am cutting the old wire to expose the bare copper so I could then either solder or splice in the new wire. And this is when I made a huge mistake. That's it. Did you catch it? You know what? If you didn't catch it, let me play it back again. You see that spark? Well, what happened was I forgot to disconnect the battery terminal. So I had current going through those wires as I was splicing it. And although they were very small wires, it was still enough current to short something out in the car. So here I am after the fact, taking off the battery cable. I can't believe I made that mistake. Like I've removed that battery cable and installed it and removed it probably 400 times already, exaggerating slightly. But you understand what I mean. And for me to make that mistake, and I don't even know what happened. At this point, did I burn up a circuit board? Was I lucky and was it just a fuse? Like, man, this could be catastrophic. I don't know what to do at this point, but the only thing I can do right now is finish splicing this wire and kind of figure out if I caused any damage from this point on. I'm trying not even to think about what I could have done. Like, I don't even know what's going on right now. I did purchase another wiring harness, a door wiring harness, and I bought that harness just for that one little cable. Now that cable is not thick, so there's really no current going through there. My assumption is just a very small light, like an LED, just kind of hanging out in the cable. So I will kind of replace that cable and keep this project moving forward. So I decided to kind of play with a little solder. So I am kind of soldering these wires together, really just practicing my solder. I don't get a lot of opportunities to solder, so there I am playing with my tools, having some fun, and using some solder to connect the new wire onto the old wiring harness. After the soldering is complete, just add a little electrical tape to protect the wires. This inner door is really shaping up. The only thing I really don't like is that vapor barrier. So like I said, at one point I will go and get the right vapor barrier and just do it all over again. It's not too difficult to take the door card off. So I'll get a new vapor barrier, I'll get the proper adhesive, and I probably won't wait too long to do that. But obviously after I get the car registered and on the road. And after I had a chance to place all of the vapor barrier, expose the holes, it is time for the door card. Oh, this is a big step. Let's see how this fits. Okay. So I got 1, 2, 3, all right, and 4. That's it. So, you know, just like when you're doing any type of carpentry, you measure twice and fit once. You're going to make mistakes with this. So what I'm doing is I'm just counting the number of holes to make sure that I know exactly where all the holes are, make sure they line up. And then pro tip, even before I put this door card up, I am going to make sure that I have the proper screws for each hole. So I'm going to screw the screws in the hole before the door card, because the last thing you want is to hang this door card up and then start screwing the wrong screw into the hole, and now you're cross threading it and you're just making a big mess for yourself. So pro tip, even before you install the door card, you want to make sure you have the right screw by screwing it in the hole before you even hang the door card. I just realized I broke something else on the door. So that is the handle. The handle clips into the door card, and since the door card fell to the floor, it snapped a little plastic piece off inside the door card, and I need some plastic weld now. So I think on this one door itself, I broke 2 critical pieces. You know, when you're working on these projects, you're going to make mistakes. You just have to stop, plan, and figure things out. I'm using now the plastic weld, and I'm going to plastic weld that clip back on the door card and really let that set up overnight. Like, I'm not going to try and rush this today just so I can hang the door. I'm going to apply that plastic weld and let that sit up overnight to properly cure. Applying some pressure. I'm glad it just kind of sheared off. It didn't break off into multiple pieces. So I'll hold it tight as long as I can, probably for a minute. I wish I had the plastic weld that got tacky a lot sooner. This one takes its time, but when it does cure, like, it is solid. So when it does cure, that'll be fixed. It won't be an issue anymore. Everybody should have some plastic weld, especially when you're dealing with plastic trim pieces. All right, so while that plastic clip cures in place, I want to work on the other side. The good thing about working on the other side is hopefully I don't make the exact same mistakes on this side as I did the other side, right? So this side should be a whole lot easier. There I am again, removing all of the stripping from the donor door, and I'm going to apply it to the door on the driver's side. Driver's side door is going a whole lot better. So I'm sliding the molding into the top, giving it a good push, wearing my gloves. Nice, looking good. I'm really proud of this side. This driver's side door is going a whole lot faster than the passenger side door. So if you recall, on the passenger side door, I broke off a terminal. I had to, splice some wire back in. I broke the terminal, not the terminal, but the clip for the door handle. I had to use some plastic weld on that one. On this side, everything is going smoothly. No issues whatsoever. And you know what happened, right? I shouldn't have said that, because as soon as I said that, I realized one thing. I need to put the window up, and I can't put the window up because I shorted the doggone system out. The car, I'm just done for the day. This is when you got to call it quits and you got to start fresh in the morning. I shorted the window out. I cannot put up the window. I have to find the fuse that's blown. I hope it's a fuse, and I hope I didn't short out a circuit box. Tomorrow will be a new day. Hey, Project Fam, I appreciate you rocking with me. Just like hip hop, this video is definitely a wrap.